this is Amy Warden with Great Cakes Soap Works, and it's time for our third weekly soap challenge, which is going to be piping cold process soap. So today I am a student as much as I am a teacher. I have never piped cold process soap before. So this video is simply going to show my first attempt at doing that, and I can't wait to get started. I just want to show you what my plan is for today. I didn't want to spend any extra money on supplies for this project, just in case it doesn't go well or I decide not to continue to make piped soaps. So for today, I'm just going to make these 6 cupcake soaps using my regular muffin tin and these paper liners that I already had in my cupboard. I know you can use silicone molds and they work really well, but I just didn't want to invest the money right now. I also have my decorator tips from my great-grandmother. They came in this little box. One of them has already gotten eaten by the garbage disposal, and the other one I have already put in my decorator bag, which I had some disposable ones, which I think will work great. This is probably an equivalent to the Wilton 2D tip. It's not the Wilton brand, it's this decorator secret brand that my great-grandmother had. So I am going to make berry scented cupcakes. The bottom I'm just going to turn white with a little titanium dioxide, and then the rest of the soap that I pipe on top is going to be a nice pink color. So I already have my fragrance oil in with the soaping oils and just added my lye and ready to blend those together. Just gonna get it lightly emulsified here. I think that I can do this in 2 steps, just like I would layer a soap using the same batch. So I'm going to start by pouring off what I'm going to use for the bottom of the soaps. I went ahead and put my muffin tin on my scale and poured some water in one of the cups to see how much it would hold. And it's right around 2.4 ounces. So I took that measurement, multiplied it by 6 to see how much soap I would need for 6 cupcakes, and I estimated that about 14.5 ounces, so this is just under a cup of soap in here. I want it to be fairly thick so that when I pipe on top of it, it'll be set up and hold that soap. The fragrance that I'm using is a pretty well behaved fragrance, so I'm not expecting any surprises. So let's see how this goes. Shouldn't matter too much if those tops are a little bit textured. That might actually help the top soap stick. Go back to my soap I'm going to pipe. Add my Ruby Rose pink mica. Not real concerned at this point that it's setting up, because that is really the point of piping your soap. It needs to be pretty thick so that it doesn't just flop over. Now this would be nice for a layered soap, but I think it's still a little too thin for piping, so I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and be back. I'm gonna start transferring this soap into my decorator bag and let's see what happens. I saw this trick for setting the bag inside of a glass jar actually on the Bodyology video, and I thought that was a pretty smart idea. Now I've done a little bit of cake decorating before, and so I was taught to fold the bag over like this and then roll it up on the end. Now, one of my concerns, just like with frosting, is that I'm gonna have a little bit of air bubbles and it'll just kind of ploop, ploop, ploop out of there. That's never fun. Oh, I wonder if I should practice on a piece of wax paper first. This makes me nervous. Oh well, here we go. I'm gonna start with something in the middle here to build on. Looks like the texture's pretty nice. Okay, get you a little closer. Oops. Now let's start the real thing. I want to build these puppies high. Bad. I watched a couple videos before I got started here to see what the technique was. I like the ones that are kind of ruffly. Pretty tall. Stop and refill my bag. Okay, I'm back for this last one. I got smart and put my gloves on. Looks like the soap is still a good texture for this, not set up too much. Afraid I'm gonna get in that other one. You can see the benefits of taking these out of the muffin tin so that you could frost them individually. You soap pipers, this is a lot of work. Ta-da! Okay, this one especially is leaning a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but I am going to finish these up with a nice coat of glitter. I got to thinking this might be a fun project for Mother's Day soaps, which if I decide to do that, I better get on the ball because Mother's Day is coming up pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm not so happy with my first two, but the last couple turned out all right. So there you have it. My very first piped cupcake soaps. I don't know if there's going to be anything to reveal on Saturday. They're pretty much the way they're going to look. I don't have to cut anything, so maybe I'll just show you a picture. Hope you have a great time and enjoy this week's challenge. I know I did.